about was just, you know, mum and family and friends. But a stranger watched our clip, which was lovely, and told us that we needed to say the what, where, when, who and why, or something like that. So probably not going to get this in the right order for that. But we're Nikki and Sharon. We are on...
Should be Sharon and Nikki.
Why?
Because we're that way around.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it and it's left to right.
Okay.
Anyway, hi Bo. Nikki and Sharon on Beanie Boat. I don't know, how did you... What is the point of these videos? Nothing. Just for mum, that's it. Just to show our perspective of going up and down the canals and trading on the canals. And that's really it. There's no purpose to this. There's no end goal. There's no...
And to tell her when we'll be back so we can pick Jackson up.
Yeah, Jackson, the resident mascot, is on his holidays at my mum's. I'm not sure who's having a better time, him or her. Yeah, so there is no what, when, where, who or why. We're just Nikki and Sharon on a boat, travelling around the canal system in the UK, with plans to do a lot more travelling next year, have a go at continuous cruising, give up the home mooring. That's the longer term plan for us, but what these videos are about is just us. I've got a crap memory, it gives me something to look back on. Anyway, so on our last leg, we went to Nantwich to trade at the Christmas market, 2 weekends in a row. We'll put some bits of footage in there. The first weekend we got Storm Arwen, and then we got snowed. So I'll put some bits of pictures in about that. Then we had a week in between where we had to do some running back and forth to pick up vehicles, drop off vehicles. It was a bit of a nightmare, just because of some miscommunication about some personal stuff at the hospital. Dealt with high winds, lost stuff off the roof, tried to put as much in as we can, and we're now on the last leg. We're now heading home. We're heading back to Wheatnaston. We've got 11 miles to do today, and then that should be it. We should hopefully get there today. And
You chased the top box down the river.
yeah, I chased the top box down the river.
Whatever we're on.
I went down the canal. Sharon was on the river. Yeah, I didn't chase it down. I chased it on the towpath, and it went down the canal. I then got hit by a top box,
Flying off the roof.
It's actually not funny. I was knocked to my knees.
I left her for 2 minutes. I went to the post office, a quick drop at the post office, left her, come back, and everybody says, oh, you've got to go and see Nikki. Top box come off the roof and hit. Concussed her.
We had the second storm that came through. Begins with a B. What do they call it? Barra?
Yeah.
Is it Barra?
Yeah.
That decided to steal the boat and take her down the canal a bit sideways. So that was interesting. There's not much footage of that because clearly we were trying to deal with it as opposed to stop and take pictures. The only footage is because Sharon got stranded on the offside. That was a plan. I think we're a prime example of how not to boat.
So anyway, let's get going.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to do our last... Is that going to be your catchphrase? Let's get going.
Anyway, let's get going. It's the thumb. Let's get going.
Jesus Christ, help me. I'm so glad today's the last day. Do you know, if you look here, because we think we're looking at us, and actually now it looks like we're just looking away from the camera itself is right there. So if you just look... If you look there... You do, no, honestly, right, when we watch this back, we're going to look like we're just looking off and not actually looking at the camera. Yeah, that's... Right, we're going to put all the clips together. Again, apologies, not an expert, not my skill set. Might try and figure out how to do a voiceover so I can at least tell you where the bits and pieces are.
They don't need to know.
They do, they need to know why it's not going to be the best quality. Yeah, so we'll see you at the end. Bye. Well, there you go. Okay, so we're trading, and look what happened. It started snowing, and proper snowing. So we had the wind. Let me go all the way around here. It is settling on our tarps. We just can't win. Never mind. Hopefully next weekend will be better. Hopefully everybody will come out next weekend. Before we have even opened a paddle. Look at that, very leaky gate. So I've got the rope tied off to a bollard on the midline, which will hold her somewhat steady. She'll move a little bit, but nothing crazy. This is how I would do it if I was single-handing. Normally I'd be down on the boat while Sharon's opening the lock, or vice versa. That's a lie. I would never let her bring the boat into a lock. And then she leaves me. No, so what we're doing, we're tag teaming. So she's now going to go ahead and set the next lock. When the boat gets up level with me, I can just go ahead and close the gates, close the paddles, open the gate, take the boat out, get dizzy, take the boat out, and then Sharon will then walk back down and close the gate while I'm taking the boat into the next lock. We're trying to race the rain. Right, so I've got a question. I've just come in the lock and I've climbed up those steps there as I got the back end of the boat to there. I climbed up those steps, using the rope, walked Delta into the lock. Obviously it's full now. So my question is, I'm on the offside, I've got two ladders here, and I've got all my posts, whatever these are called. I tie the boat off to her. She's coming up when I'm single-handing, because Sharon went ahead to the next lock to set it. Why is everything on this side for the boater, but yet I've now got to cross the lock to actually open the gate? I don't understand why the controls are on one, not controls, but the ladders and the steps and the bollards, there you go, that's what they're called, bollards. The bollards are on one side, but I don't understand why I've then got to cross over to open the gate. Anyone? Anyone? Right. Onwards and upwards. 17 locks today, I think, ish. Bye.
So this is how we work the locks. I try and get this one emptied and open before Nikki comes out of that lock, because that bar wash will push her over and she won't be able to get in it. So if this gate's open, she can just charge straight ahead. And what I need to do now is I need to go, sorry, making you dizzy, up to that next lock and start emptying it, and then come back down to the original lock, make sure all the paddles are down, close all the gates, and then come back to this one, do the same, and then run to the next one and do it all over again. Nikki will sometimes bang the boat coming into a lock, and this is a perfect example why, because all that overspill is pushing her to the side, so she's got to fight against that as she's coming into the lock. She's coming a bit fast, mind. Fast. Oh wow. I can't tell you how cold this is. Well, I guess I can. It's really cold. Oh. Right, that's it. So,
God. No wonder we were having issues.
always look at each other when we turn the camera on?
Because I'm tired and I'm waiting for you to say something intelligent and engaging. And then I laugh.
We're back.
It's not going to happen. Right, so pram cover's up, so that means we've made it back to home mooring. We had a good day. Took us 4.5 hours to do 11 miles. Wouldn't normally do that much. To be honest, ideally wouldn't have travelled in this kind of weather. Although today we got lucky, but I mean this week we wouldn't have travelled in the weather we've had. But we had no choice. We needed to get back today. So that's the end of our going and trading in Nantwich and our journey back video. What do you say? That's it. What's it they all do?
No, what have we done? Are we supposed to say what we did today?
I just did.
We must have done something more exciting than that.
I don't know where you've been, but I went 11 miles from Shepton to here. Anyway, yeah, so thank you for watching. Sorry that it's not, well, I'm not going to apologise every time for how it's unprofessional. It's just me. I've got no skills for doing this, and this is just us. We will see you next time. Bye, Mum. Bye. I'm going to pick Jackson up. Bye.